So in Dreamcatcher, there's a character who who gets hit by a car, and he almost dies, and it's almost just exactly like Stephen King's accident. And that's what's really fascinating, is if you listen to The Craft and you hear how Stephen King describes his accident when he was hit by that van, and then you watch the movie, or either that, listen to the book or read the book Dreamcatcher, and you see how the character in that story was hit by the car, and you see like it's almost like the same incident that Stephen King went through. It's really where Stephen King describes something that happened to him. It's like where a writer is writing what he knows, even though there's lots of times when Stephen King doesn't have to. But in Dreamcatcher, you have a character who's what you might say like is Down syndrome or something like that, who's actually, like, I'm going to pause here in case you haven't read it, because I don't want to give you any spoilers. Go read the book. But he's actually an alien, and he's actually trying to battle another alien who is spreading this sickness through Earth. And it's definitely got some horror, but it's a sci-fi book by King. It's a huge sci-fi book, and it's got like that sci-fi stuff where there's like some true. There's also a really cool thing where the guy has the memory palace. The one of the main characters has he has like all of his stuff in his house, and he takes you into his brain, and you can see the memory palace. That's phenomenal. So you have the kid with Down syndrome, and then you have these other kids who are going through life, and there's a lot of comfort you can take in Stephen King's books, because the comfort that you get from being with these characters, and like they're like your friends. And so Jonesy and all of these characters in Dreamcatcher, you become friends with them, and it's like you know them and you're with them as you're going through the books. And as they're in that cabin and they're hunting in the woods, and you know, it's just like it's every year they're going on this hunting trip, and they're hunting in the woods, and then they find that red moss stuff, and it starts making that guy fart, those smelly farts. It's a great story, and you really get to be friends with these people, and then you get to watch some of them die. But you also get to cheer them on. You really get to stand behind, and again, that's something that King really has, that ability of when you're cheering on a character. And, you know, you're following a character through that story, and you get to cheer that character on, and you get to know them and their quirks and their different characteristics. That's what makes it fun.